Washington, D.C., the nation's beautiful and powerful capital, founded in 1790, is just located along the Potomac River. It is comprised of 8 wards. Designed primarily by Pierre Lafont, the city is rich in diversity and classical elements. It has become the center of vibrant, multicultural, traditional, and powerful life. Today, we'll take a look at 2 important buildings, the Union Station and Supreme Court.
Our first stop is the Union Station. Come on. Washington, D.C. Yes. Well, I'm about to take a train, but I would love to know more about it.
Well, 1901, the Baltimore and Ohio and Pennsylvania Railroad decided to shift the location of Union Station.
So why did they want to change location?
Well, the tracks were on the National Mall, and that didn't look very good. And D.C. is the capital. We want to make sure it looks pretty. Also, they wanted all the different trains to come under one roof.
Interesting. I would really love to know more.
I could actually show you more. Come on. Remember, you have 10 minutes.
Daniel Byrne, the architect of this building?
No, I'm his son.
So you're Daniel Byrne's son?
Yeah.
Where is this?
1935. Where did you just come from?
It's too complicated to explain. I only got a few minutes. Can I ask you a few questions?
Sure, why not?
So what was your father influenced by?
My father, Daniel, he was very influenced by the classical styles of Greek and Rome architecture. Technically, like the New York architecture has a lot of arches, windows, white marble, very decorative with statues, and different elements of that sort.
So why build a Union Station here?
My father said he wanted to add on to Pierre Lafont's Grand Avenue, which Pierre Lafont was the architecture and engineer of Washington, D.C. He created the whole map of Washington, D.C. Incorporates the 3 elements of Rome. The Arch of Constantine, which is our exterior. The Baths of Diocletian, which is our interior. And the 6 statues of Asian's prisoners. It was created by Louis St. Martin.
So what is the Arch of Constantine?
The Arch of Constantine was a triumphal arch of ancient Rome between Colosseum and Palatine Hill. It symbolizes Constantine's victory over Maxentius. They're in Rome. They were the greatest public baths, and they're also known as
I'm
thermals.
running out of time.
What?
I need to go.
Where are you going?
To the Supreme Court.
You need directions?
Got it!
Hey, are you Cass Gilbert, the architect of this building?
Yes.
Yeah!
So you're Cass Gilbert.
I am.
I'm a traveler, and I just have to ask you some questions about this building.
Okay.
So what was your inspiration for this building?
Well, I wanted to return to neoclassicist architecture with powerful symmetry and powerful symbolism. It made me so sick to see all these new buildings with their silly modernistic ideals. I also wanted to build a building that was powerful enough so it wouldn't be overshadowed by the Capitol. We were given this tiny, awkward lot, but I wanted to rely on our fine proportions to make sure we could accomplish that goal.
What kind of materials did you use?
Well, the main materials were marble, bronze, So as you can see, the west front of the building, this exterior was made from the finest, highest quality white marble Danby from Vermont. All in all, we use marble from, I have the list right here, from Vermont, Alabama, Georgia, Italy, Spain, and different parts of Africa. All the doors inside the building are made of oak, and then the frames of the building are made of brass.
So what is classical about this building?
Well, the center of this building is what I like to call an American adaptation of a Roman center. So from the west front of the building, you can see these Corinthian columns. On the inside of the building, the columns turn to doors. So the columns support a pediment on which you can see Liberty flanked by 2 Roman soldiers. And then the door is an evolution of justice, and the entire left side of the door is all from antiquity. I really wanted to have this building embody Athenian law and Roman traditions. So it's pure and it's rational, and most of all, it's symmetric. Where'd she go?
Whoa, what just happened? Where am I? Who are you?
I'm Sir Thomas Anthony Geppi III. I'm Supreme Court official.
So you're Supreme Court Justice?
Yeah,
Wait, what year is this?
it's 2013.
So I'm in the present time again. That's good. Can I ask you some questions?
Sure.
When and why was the Supreme Court built?
Well, that's an interesting question. The Supreme Court originated as a nomadic organization, and it took about 145 years for them to get a permanent home. Finally, in 1929, former President Howard Taft persuaded Congress to commission a home for the Supreme Court. And the project began in 1932 and was finally completed in 1935.
That's really interesting. So where did the Supreme Court practice beforehand?
Well, after initially meeting at the Royal Exchange Building in New York, the court began to establish chambers in other parts of the country, mainly the eastern coast. So in Philadelphia, when the national capital moved there in 1790, they did as well. It wasn't until the year 1800 when the federal government moved to D.C. When it did, the Supreme Court moved with it, but they didn't have a permanent home. So what they did is they convened at the Capitol until 1860, and then at that point they sat in what is now known as the Old Senate Chamber. Once 1935 rolled around, they took up the Supreme Court building as their official home.
So were there any obstacles along the way to its creation?
Well, it was impressive that Howard Taft was even able to convince Congress to commission the project. But that was just the beginning. There were arguments about the location of the building. Cass Gilbert, the architect of the building, disagreed with the rest of the committee, but the rest of the committee won, and the project was located on First Street. The project continued even after the death of Howard Taft, who was the head of the committee. Despite some labor strikes and devastating financial troubles during the Depression, the project was completed at a total cost of $9,395,566.
Wow, that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
Thank you for your time.
Of course.
Let's go now.
Where are you going?
Off to more adventures.
With a dream, my cardigan. Welcome to the land of